Pixel with the octo shot there. BSME and Dude, on the other hand, probably going, we can't see it on this perspective, we're probably going some variants of the Blaster, Barry, especially Barry on this map in particular.
So,
although, probably maybe Cherry too, yeah.
Yeah, Cherry, I mean, it would be kind of interesting. I mean, Dude, he can pretty much pull off whatever.
Yeah, really, he can make it work.
It's really kind of a moot point with Dude, that he's kind of an exception to the rule, but it looks like Mario Paint has gone with two sort of longer range weapons. We have the Dynamo and the E-Layer, as expected from Super Mario and Protect respectively, but here we go. It's going to be Losers Finals Game 1 between Mario Paint. Let's look at the two moves on here. It is going to be a Barry, 2 10 attacks, and a
yeah, no, and I think what's really interesting about the two-move side is that on every single land they've had to play with multiple snipers, they've always had a plethora of snipers. But in this land, Spectre's really had to step up to the plate. And in some moments she's been shining, and I want to see that more consistently from her. And her team's been doing great, so maybe they'll be fine. But I think the spotlight for me, beyond Beat, as a player, is Spectre especially. She'll be dictating a lot, especially of Moray Towers here.
Right. I also saw that Mario
not quite. Yeah. Either way, Kilrail coming in is going to be able to burst that Brainmaker for now, but Tic Tac kind of staying off to the side, if not getting anybody, at least kind of dictating where they go. Nice snipe on the crest for now, and he's going to move up a little bit further. He's dictating, okay, we have some space near the zone area right now. Let's move up this Brainmaker. I can move myself right now. Not able to catch them out quite yet. Suction Bomb maybe going out to him. See a nice kind of diagram of where everybody is on the map. His teammates are kind of tending to it on the right side. Nice snipe onto Dude right there, as I believe Dude just barely ends up taking out a teammate. Tic Tac is in quite the situation right now, able to get a trade, my goodness.
Oh my god, yeah, we saw them, three members of teams were all kind of stacked up there. They were able to get one immediately attack and trade into these movers, so now we do push all the way to 62, was able to find the ball. Now, Mario put a whale especially in the game to build up.
Ooh, nice. What? Tic Tac, let's go. Either way, he does see Spectre. He does see Spectre, not able to get quite the snipe on him despite the echolocator. Spectre does miss the first snipe, but they get it to the, oh my goodness, they actually get it to the grade needed for 46 points. And you hear them, they're super satisfied with where they got that, even though 3 going down right now, kind of scary. It looks like Team Moon should be able to bounce back from this and get something going, but still such a positive resurgence on Mario Paint's end.
Yeah, Mario Paint expending all of their resources. It's not what they came for right now.
They're pushing up. They're following it up, but somebody's coming from behind them. Can they get them in time? They get them.
49, that's 3 down for 2 moves, so I'm not sure they're going to be able to jump back.
Someone was sharking, but I believe Pixel was able to get rid of them just there.
I see a couple of flying squids. They might be coming back, but
okay. This is still somewhat scary. I mean, a lot of people kind of stealth jumping back to Mario Paint's kind of side. They have to sit back, make sure they account for everybody that's kind of maybe sharking the area. And you see that Insuke deploying. They have a lot going for them in terms of the special being used towards Mario Paint's defensive line right now. They're kind of pushing back. Echolocator's going to go out there and maybe help subside that, but for now, Rainmaker's been set back to neutral. They're going to start going up the wall, if possible. That said, they're taken down there.
Now Mario Paint's trying to get a little bit back and done a good job of counteracting that. Very close game, so as long as he moves up over to pick anyone off, that might be something else. That's not going to attack him. The killer is going to pop the bomb right. I believe he's just trying to get up a small. Maybe go for a deep flank and help the
well, we'll have to see how well Dude can perform here. He's sitting atop here as the Rainmaker has been lost to the other side of the map, and they're trying to just pave a way for the Rainmaker right now. They know going up that right side is going to be a lot more difficult. Doesn't really carry as many gains as they wanted to. Obviously, the optimal path is going up that left wall, but that requires, for the most part, a large concerted effort And Two Moons is kind of trying to do that right now with the dude. And one more trying to push ahead. Able to get Pixel and one other in the past 30 seconds. They're trying to keep this going. Ooh, Mario, let's go.
He's going to die with such a fun bomb. So, and now Super Mario is going to out by a bracket. Not even going to die with especially without that path. Stay alive and keep that path forward. So, really have
Dude's been trailed this entire time, still getting away with somewhat of an assist, and nicely done to be able to get rid of BSME, but nice double with a somewhat of a triple, but either way, 10 seconds left to go. Two Moons, can you do this? There's one lurking behind and around the Rainmaker. It's a one-man effort to be able to keep this down, and they secure the Rainmaker, and they get away with it. Mario Paint with the win in such dire circumstances, literal points away. And, I mean, you saw Chaos Reign. We saw Two Moons kind of bundled in the group right ahead of their Rainmaker. It seemed like everything was going to go their way for a last-second comeback, but you saw one stray squid kind of fall off out of the air and disrupt absolutely everything. Hell reigned over, and we have ourselves a game one going to Mario Paint.
Unbelievably close game there, and Dude tried to carry Two Moons as far as he could. He had a good idea in trying to paint that wall and just stay over there so that the Rainmaker eventually could get up that wall and get to around the 40 mark, which would be close to taking the lead. Instead, he dies with the bomb rush. He's actually able to build another one up, get 2 kills, pop it to get some map control, and eventually it just wasn't enough. Chris couldn't get as much distance as he might have wanted. A great defense there coming in from Mario Paint is going to help them secure game one, and they're looking pretty good going into game two, although it was a very, very close set.
Oh man, I think okay, yeah, I think they're happy about that one. I think they're really happy about that win. That's a really good.
I mean, we could hear the visible cries of joy there from behind us. They really wanted to take the first game in the set, and start to establish some dominance.
It just sets the tone. It sets the momentum, and I think for Mario Paint especially without having played the last 2 hours, you know, maybe Tic Tac losing out on some sleep, they needed that game one more than Two Moons ever needed it, having come off a recent set win.
Yeah, and that's sort of a reminder to Two Moons saying, you know, hey, you guys aren't invincible. We're coming in here with just as much of a chance as you are of taking on Hanron. So they proved that in that game. They were able to stick it out by just a few points. And now moving on to Splat Zone's Camp Turkeyfish, it's going to be a very interesting map, a 2-zone map separated by some water. So it's not as easy as just going over to the other zone. You have to flank all the way around or bring with you a long-range weapon or an ink striking weapon, something that can take over that zone from the other side of the map.
I'll have to get this one started, as I believe might be going on some canter right now. Spectre actually will also make the splatter skill. Okay. Oftentimes I'm more so see the E-leader here on the map. Range that's available through pretty much every facet of the map. There's not too much blocking into the main part of the map. Yeah, good to see how this one plays out for Spectre, as Spectre is joined by Dude here on this right side. Killer Whale coming in. They're gonna have to wait to do anything right now, but nice snipe coming in from Tic Tac.
Yeah, Tic Tac was ready. This is not an unusual strategy. Like, we often see two members go off to their own zone, and the other two try and flank around and go to the opposite zone. Instead, we see there one getting sniped. Immediately, they're going to try and pull off the same strategy again. Going and getting the other zone in person right in front of the zone is so important. They're going to try and lock down the Zimmy as well, and they will. Hitzel will fall.
They've taken control. They've flip-flopped kind of. And
nice double as well.
We'll have to see if they can get control back of their zones here. Looks like Tic Tac's able to get back into an optimal position, but has to keep his eyes on ooh, nice snipe on the BSME in that slight spot that he can get that. Well, just go on the left side. He has to make sure he has his eyes on that, because I don't believe the rest of his teammates around here. In fact, going to get spotted.
Tic Tac about to die. Almost
able to get away with it. Echo
the Echo, yeah.
Dude actually figured to drop back on that one. I'm not sure he quite needed to. I mean, he would have been able to get Tic Tac, maybe a little bit scared of Pixel in that situation. The potential 2v1. Drop that. Sure. it's a safe option, why not?
Yeah, and again, 2 Moons got what they came for, right? They have both zones on lock, and they forced Mario Paint all the way back to their spawn streak, so that's all they can really ask for right now. We see Tic Tac just desperately trying to build up the second locator again. That's going to be such a key component in them coming back. And we see 2 Moons, again, kind of separated. 2 of them are on this side here, too, are on their own zone. So with them being 3 down, this is the opportune moment for Mario Paint to take the zones back.
All right, they've finally taken control on both sides, but Tic Tac has to be one area of that side that Pixel's on right now, that left side. Pixel's in a 1v1 right now. He can help out his teammate if possible, and who's going to win that 1v1? Now,
3 down for Mario Paint, so they again have to back off. It's just these trades that go back and forth, these teams so evenly matched that they keep getting these 3 down situations and can only capitalize on them for a very short amount of time before retaliation comes swinging hard.
That's an incredibly important echolocator. Otherwise, they would might not have had the eyes on right side as they do now. Kraken has been activated on that right side to be able to get rid of at least one player there. I believe it was Mario taking control there. Either way, Pixel, Tic Tac have kind of split off from Pixel and Mario, and they kind of have to at this point. Kind of not as very bold. Oh,
what
my
a shot!
goodness.
The flick of the century going to take down Dude, and that's a major component of 2 Moons gone, at least for the moment. Spectre also, I believe, having to back off, and now on the zone, still able to survive fairly, and can sometimes use those burst bombs to either paint the zone or paint an enemy that might challenge
goodness. I thought that got him for a second. Tic Tac was going to pop off for you. Either way, that zone up there is kind of being taken over by 2 Moons right now. And Tic Tac, he has to be wary of both sides at this point. He has to give it up. He has too much on his plate. One player on the left, another player getting control of zone on the right, and he has to dip on out of there. And now for Mario Paint, they haven't had much of any offensive going on this map. They have to do something differently, and I think the answer is to have 3 on this right side. They finally got something together. They get a kill with a killer whale. Someone just stealth-jumped in.
Get it with the first bomb.
One player, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. We do see players on the other side. Mario has that Dynamo Drop Brush to be able to make it to the other side, but it's a 1v1 duel between the Cyphers now on opposite sides.
You know, I think Mario Paint was trying to give them a taste of their own medicine, pressure their spawn streak really, really hard, but 2 Moons was able to actually get around and go behind them and get to Mario Paint's side, so they're still able to maintain control of both zones, and without getting a penalty as well. They are absolutely crushing this game through so far.
We'll have to see if Mario Paint has any answers in the last minute here, but Dude, in the meantime, oh yeah,
nice,
he's going to be able to get rid of Tic Tac. That's a massive play there. We do have all of 2 Moons kind of towards the splat zones, and I think that's going to be game, actually. Unless there's one last resurgence here. Yep, it's going to be a 1-to-1 set as 2 Moons is able to get that game.
And that looked like a completely different game,
yeah.
too. It was not anywhere near as close. 2 Moons had the exact right strategy for that map. They were able to come in. Spectre doing very well of herself, 5-2, able to stay out of the action for the most part. Tic Tac going 6-1 still, but Pixel and Hitzel having a bit of a tough time getting out and getting into a position where they could take over safely the 2 Moons zone.
Yeah, and I was talking with Hitzel before the set, and actually after, I think right before their winners final set. And at that point he was talking about, yeah, we've talked about both what Hanron uses and what 2 Moons uses. We've gone through every single hypothetical that we could possibly do, and we have plans for it. So I think a large part of what helps them is the captainship that I think Hitzel takes on, and kind of how much preparation they all put into getting ready for these matches. If they lose that one game, we know they have a plan for the next games. So, you know, we hear them behind us. I don't know if you guys hear them, but they're still very much engaged with the process. They're still very much believing in it. Tower control on Hammerhead Bridge. We'll see if anything changes here.
Yeah, going to be an interesting map mode combination. I wonder if this one has benefits for both teams. I mean, because Hitzel could come in again with that Zimmy and just absolutely lock things down, lay down some key disruptors and get some great kills. But Dude, also locking in that Cherry, is going to have some really clutch splash walls at his disposal. So if he can build up that bubble and share it with his team, it looks like Chris and BSME are going to bring weapons that are on the ground, that are going to be very much in the action, are going to have to be on the zone practically in order to be effective. If Dude can build up that bubble quickly and share it with them, they should be fine, and 2 Moons should be able to take a 2-1 lead.
All right, let's get this one underway. Spectre is switching over from that splatter scope, of course. Not too much of any variation here.
Just an Octo Shot, I believe, changing in the lineup of Mario Paint, otherwise bringing the exact same stuff, feeling confident in their loadout. That's a tough thing to do, is even when you lose, be confident in your own weapons and the strategies that you've built up prior to the game starting. So we already see the dude almost has that bubble at the ready. He's not even really running any special charge. Instead, a more quick respawn stealth jump builds upon, but he has that bubble at the ready, so he has to be very careful in popping it at the right time.
Okay, yeah, I don't think he was aware of it this point, but the suction ball was literally right behind him. He didn't seem to give it too much time.
Jeez.
Either way, bubble, he loses the bubble, but he regains still half the meter. So more than fine, and it's still, so far, a neutral in this game. Very much being contested as he put a wall out before him before engaging with this fight any longer. And he is echolocated and disrupted, so he's somewhat vulnerable right now. Too disrupted, actually.
Oh! Like shooting fish in a barrel! Pixel with picture-perfect aim there is going to take out multiple, and this push will continue very far for Mario Paint.
And TikTok's going to be able to lead the charge here, at least with this sniper. He's going to get on tower. He does see Spectre.
What a shot!
Goodness,
barely on the top of Spectre's head, looking for another shot on the dude. Is not going to be able to find it.
Everything is going right for them. Could they clean sweep it just like this? They're going to have someone simply jump on it. Hitzel does have bubble.
All four members of Mario Paint right by the tower. One's going to go down. They stop for the moment at 5.
He has
TikTok almost hit the second
can you do it?
Already.
He's got
one live. Dude trying to get on the tower. Stopped immediately by TikTok. Another kill on the quest. 3 down for 2 Moons.
Can they finish it?
Mario Paint finish it out.
3, 2, 1.
They've done it. The immediate knockout.
100
Hammerhead Bridge, and Mario Paint takes the momentum right back. It's 2-1. And they're 1 game away from going to grand finals.
They are feeling it, my man. They are feeling it. They want this grand final so badly now, and I feel like the picture has completely changed with this game alone. And
TikTok going 5-0, and you can see him there celebrating to the pandering to the crowd, even trying to get hyped up. And we are going into Game 4 with Mario Paint bringing in a ton of momentum in their favor. This is going to require quite an adjustment and some calm thinking from 2 Moons.
Calm thinking, yeah. That's what we have right now. Calm thinking.
Yeah, because with this environment, that's so conducive to calm thinking.
Yeah. Man. Mario, okay, 2 Moons, okay. Balls
not
in your
what I expected.
Yeah, not at all. 2 Moons, the ball's in your court. I don't know if you guys have anything to say. Maybe change something up. I'm not exactly sure.
No, I think the time for words is done, at least on the 2 Moons part. I think they need to let their play speak for itself. That's the only way they're going to get this one to a game 5.
That's fair. Now, yeah, I think 2 Moons, they have to be able to recover from here. They're obviously going to be talking right now saying, okay, we have 27 seconds to figure out what went wrong. Is there anything in particular we can do about it on this game type in particular? TikTok right now is going to opt for the custom blaster right now.
Again, other than that, not really a big change in the lineup from Mario Paint. Once again, very confident in their loadout. We have not seen Super Mario switch off of that tempered dynamo the entire time. Pixel, obviously, after that game, feeling very comfortable on the Octoshot, and now they're just going to rely on the CRB of TikTok as well to add an extra aggressive component to their comp and give them another invincibility special.
Anyway, Rainmaker on Urchin, not exactly my favorite game type by any means. But that's exactly why TikTok's going to be changing over. Did we see if Spectre kept her E-Leader or no?
No, I believe Spectre went over to the Dynamo Roller.
Okay, interestingly enough, I mean, she's been doing that throughout the set if there's a map that's obviously not optimal for it. She's done these slosher decks.
Oh, and an awful start for TikTok as he's going to jump right into the beautifully placed splat bomb of BSME.
Two down already
for Mario Paint.
Yeah, I mean, they have a killer rail to be somewhat able to recover and make sure they at least prevent. Actually, that killer rail was pretty important. That completely made sure that 2 Moons was not able to get on top of the tower while they were down. And, oh my goodness, that Dynamo from Spectre nearly able. Gets a little bit of a hit marker with the Rainmaker getting the last hit on that one. 3 down just now for Mario Paint.
Yeah, still some opportunities here for 2 Moons to push forward. They have the only push of the game so far. Dude does not want to be the one to pick this up, but he can't pop the Rainmaker shield. He wants to wait and synchronize this bubble with his team. They've gotten the map control in mid, and so now they have the opportunity to push forward. The Rainmaker on this map is likely not safe push-wise until they get past that crate.
Right. Now the bubble being used on both sides. Killer Whale kind of putting him off to the left side as he's going to be able to engage in a 1v1 here and still come out on top. Come out with a trade on that one with plenty of people stealth jumping in. Hectic There's paint all over.
Yeah, this is looking more like a match on Black Belly or a similar map rather than Urchin Underpass. Kills left and right. So now Dude having to come back, try and build up that bubble again. We see Mario there on the right-hand side. Dude preemptively going to throw down that splash wall, make sure he has safe entry. But 2 moves, 2 down
behind
so
them,
far.
nicely taken care of, actually. That could have been pretty harmful. A clear vantage point from behind 2 of 2 moons could have been able to send this Rainmaker much more closer to the 2 moon side. Either way, 3 on 3 right now. Dude, trying to build a bubble. He needs to really make sure he plays this one safe, as if they're able to get bubble, they should be able to make sure this Rainmaker stays out. But I don't think, they might not be watching this. Okay, they get it in time, but that was somewhat close.
That was scary. I don't think 2 moons expected that at all. The Rainmaker essentially got behind them and was able to get a good amount of points. 63, not a bad push at all, though not entirely safe. Dude still hanging on to this bubble this entire time, waiting for an opportune moment.
Nice.
And actually, it's to pop in here. The killer whale, he's going to get bunched out of it, so he will stay alive. But Pixel's going to go down, and a beautiful kill from Tic Tac there, a direct.
I saw the bubble 1 second, and then another frame.
The death screen the next second.
Yeah, I was really confused for a second. Either way, plenty of action going on here as Tic Tac looking for
this could be a big push. Oh no!
Marlon.
Oh no!
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be the lead for 2 moons. They get it all the way into the 40s, and now the 30s pushing forward. Finally stopped at 36, and that's a much more convincing push. That's way past the grading. That's going to be a lot more difficult for Mario Paint to come back from.
Oh my goodness, Spectre able to actually take that one and get the kill onto Tic Tac there as the Rainmaker is definitely.
Again, not insurmountable, but definitely a strong push coming out from 2 moons. They really want to take this one into a Game 5, and they look to be having the map control and the aggression to be able to do that. We do see Tic Tac almost finished Kraken, and he's sharing a bubble currently with Pistol.
Nice! My goodness!
Unbelievable by Tic Tac, and he's kept this Kraken in tow. A full wipe on the 2 moons.
You have to keep this going, though.
This is going to be the push right here.
I mean, you have enough time to be able to have another comeback, but he doesn't.
He dies with the Kraken. That's huge.
Dude with the cherry from way back there, able to catch Tic Tac off guard in that moment could have been so much more for Mario Paint. They still have time to recover. This Rainmaker going to that 42-point mark off screen, but it looks like Tic Tac.
That's a full wipe now, and again, Tic Tac got his Kraken right as he died, so huge defense coming up from 2 moons. That's going to reset the clock on Mario Paint, and it may take them into overtime if they want to have a chance of taking that Rainmaker back to the 35 mark.
So right now, they have to be very clear. We have time. We shouldn't be able to panic and rush this. Pixel, I believe that's Pixel with the kill. That's 2 kills now, at least for Mario Paint. 1 minute left to go.
This is huge here. That was a big 2-down situation there. Now, Tic Tac trying to back up. Has that Kraken at the ready. He does not want to die with it again.
You risk this? Like, this is so weird.
It's so risky.
It's such a weird part of the map where you don't really have a great vantage point to be able to see around the inflatable.
Oh, and that's
just
exactly why the commentator's curse comes in real. Dude able to absolutely melt Tic Tac down. That's 3 straight Krakens that Tic Tac has not gotten to activate.
You have to wonder, like, he's got to be able to use it for this last fight. Unfortunately, I believe he's going to have to use it right now.
Yeah,
and that's, either way, even if he gets this.
Oh,
the bubble ready!
Popped, essentially nullifying the Kraken, but Tic Tac staying alive though, so he is able to get away for now. About 20 seconds. Can he get Spectre?
Beautiful
able
change.
To trade. That's a big trade.
Beautiful change in movement. He stops swimming forward, changes it up. This, the shooters around him wouldn't have been able to predict his movement at all with that movement. And he's able to switch up that kill on Spectre. Nicely done there. Mario
Paint's going to have to be scrambling, though. They only have 5 seconds to get anywhere close to the Rainmaker. There's a whale coming out on the Rainmaker. Dude is also protecting it.
Can't do anything about it. That's
a double kill, and that will end the game. 2 moons forcing a Game 5 in this loser's final against Mario Paint.
This is the best of 5. And how it's going right now, I can only imagine what's to come for this grand final set. These 2 teams, whoever comes out, going to have one heck of a case to prove against Hanron. I'm ecstatic for them now, and I hope that whoever wins can take this momentum and stick it to a team that hasn't faced any adversity so far. And I think this game can be very formative for whoever wins this.
And listen to the crowd. I'm not sure if the Twitch chat can hear this, but listen to the crowd. There is an audible amount of talking between each other. Okay, like they've each won 2 games. You know, they've both proven that they deserve to be here, that they deserve to be in the top 3 in this very, very stacked tournament. So now the question is begged: who is going to be the one to take on Hanron? Hanron seemingly the giants of this tournament, and now we are going into this loser's final, this Game 5 here, to decide who is going to be the David to challenge that Goliath.
We'll see. I mean, either way, they both make a pretty strong and equal case.
No doubt, no doubt.
So we'll have to see.
Tic-Tac here.
Choose anything different. I want to know the game type. I forgot to look that up.
We'll see in at least 10 seconds here.
10 seconds.
In either case, Tic-Tac changing
Berry.
his weapon, not to a sniper, but to the berry.
And on Walleye Warehouse, let's go. Spot zones. This is what exactly you want to be able to decide this one.
There's been a severe lack of Walleye Warehouse in this tournament up to this point. Are you ready? It is Game 5 between Two Moons and Mario Paint. The winner moves on to Grand Finals. And I believe that was a Hydra, a Sidra, coming out from Spectre, so they are going to have some long-range pressure to really get on top of Mario Paint.
Both snipers just not opting for the sniper. Incredibly interesting. I mean, we've seen a lot of snipers in the past, both in online and offline play, that it's more than viable here, but they decide to opt off of it. Let's see what happens with it.
Yeah, I did not expect Tic-Tac to be going here with the berry. He's going to try and melt down Spectre. And does, looking for the double kill. Was able to find it on a BSME. That's huge. Has the bomb rush just ready. They're not going to need it, though, and Mario Paint will take the zone first.
Suction bomb rush is absolutely huge. They can lock them out and start this lead. This lead can go places with this kind of rush and this kind of aggression, but dude here with the bubble, able to help his buddy Chris out. They're able to stay alive and get at least 1 kill here. 2 on the right side. I believe they acknowledge that. Activate a bubble and coordinate a team offensive here, but it's bubble v bubble as Spectre and Dude are going to be able to get the offensive and turn this around on them, I believe, unless he's going to lose this 1v1. To that he says no, but he knows at least one person is sharking around here. Has to be very wary here.
And here's why this is so important. On Walleye Warehouse, there's essentially 3 ways to get back to mid. There's the center path, there's the left-hand elbow, and there's the right-hand alleyway. 2 of those have core areas that can be locked down and essentially prevent the enemy team from getting back to the middle zone. So essentially locking those down prevents them from getting to the zone other than the middle way.
He's trying to brute force this one. I think he's going to be able to get away with it, but he doesn't have the ink to be able to do this. I think he's going to have to wall down and finally able to get Tic-Tac. Did Tic-Tac expend enough time of his? I don't think he did. It's a 2v2. As the 2 from Mario Paint are just coming back to the middle right now, we haven't yet seen them recover from losing their map control. They have to win these 1v1 sometime soon. Pixel's going to go down just like that as well.
Dude is in rare form here, not anywhere close to his bubble yet, so he has to dodge that bubble currently, able to melt down with help of BSME, force them to go back, and that is the lead for Two Moons, but it is not yet over for Mario Paint. They have a good amount of pressure on the zone. They have the suction bomb rush coming out from Tic-Tac. They had a whale there as well, a counter whale coming out from Two Moons. Dude has the bubble at the ready, so it's going to be very close. He's not dying very much, so the quick respawn's not coming very in handy, but Hitzel's going to go down, and Dude has to pop his bubble here.
He spots someone out to the side of him, not able to quite land on it, but I believe his teammate's going to be able to get that one for him. Gonna play a little bit patiently now. Does see the killer wheels come up on the right side, and they have plenty to expect. We see both the roll of the Dynamo and the killer whale from that side. We have at least 2, maybe 3 people on this right side, and I think Dude and the rest of the teammates is anticipating that.
We have not even reached the halfway point of this game, and already this is so intense. This is so very, very close as we've been going forward here. And Dude had to pop that bubble. They're not anywhere close to it now, and we see those Seekers of Mario's popping by, and I think it's still just being contested in the tower, or the zone going back and forth
as well. They don't spot Dude though. Nobody's been able to address this left side that's been completely covered in paint, in purple paint, and so far he hasn't done a number yet. So far the zones has not been captured. There's still not that penalty, but I think they're going to be able to get rid of it if they're patient enough about it. They do spot out Dude now, at least they called it out earlier. They do control the spot zone, so they have bought some time. But will they be able to win the fight? They still haven't won a team fight in the middle since losing control at the very beginning.
That was a nice kill in pixel range. We saw a bubble get used from both teams there, and Dude's going to have to pop the bubble here. He's going to melt down Hitzel. One more jumping in. That's going to be Super Mario. Almost going down. The double kill, the triple the kill there on Pixel and then to Super Mario. But he's finally going to go down to Tic-Tac, the last remaining member alive of Mario Paint, who will also fall effectively a full wipe.
Those were not good self jumps there. Super jumps. Those weren't good. They placed them into a very vulnerable position, and unfortunate because Hitzel only realized Dude was going to get him at the last second. That may cost them
This is the final stand of Mario Paint. They have to get a tap on the zone here and give a penalty.
They have everything coming out. They have bubble as well.
They've done it. They've given a penalty of 47, so they have extended this game by a good considerable margin. We might see this one go to end time or overtime.
Inks coming out on the left side. Oh, the Dude.
Good trade.
But he's going to be spotted somewhat near the zone. They actually get some of the zone from that. It's a 1v2 right now in the zone. You have to be able to come back pretty soon, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Pixel's going to lose that 1v1. They have time with the penalty, but it's not much time.
Tic Tac also died with that suction bomb rush intact. Now Spectre setting up over by that alleyway, trying to make sure that nobody can come back in. Tic Tac going over here on the left-hand side and has the bomb rush at the ready. He's going to have to activate it here to help stop the push coming up from 2 Moons. 40 seconds left to go.
Done.
Tic Tac throwing things all over the zone. They've contested it and now given another penalty.
Check out the left side. They're both on the left and right side, and they only have 2 squids up. It's a 2v4 right now, and Spectre doing such work with that Hydra.
Mario Paint is stopping 2 Moons' progress, but they're not making much progress of their own. They still have a very long way to go on their own cap of the zone in order to come back, and they only have 20 seconds left to go.
It's a 1v4 right now. 17 seconds left to go. If they pull this back, it'll be miraculous, but it looks like 2 Moons should be able to have this one unlocked. Someone comes up from behind, I believe. No, but Tic Tac has 9 seconds, 8 seconds left to be able to get in this one. He needs to
get the suction bomb rush now. He's going to pop it. They need to use everything they have here, but it's not going to be enough. 2 Moons able to take this one 3-2 in a very close set, and we will send them take on Hogron. We will see them in grand finals.
What an incredible set on both sides' behalf. Seriously, that
a 12-3 performance from Dude, a 9-3 performance from Spectre, all across the board for 2 Moons. An incredible Game 5 performance.
That is